Good evening, everyone. I'm Gaurav Mokhasi.
I'm Sophia Hooper, and this is your Kellogg Update.
The WBA and Ambassadors combined last month to organize the first ever Ambassadors Challenge. Yeah, it was a great event. Over the course of 2 weeks, hundreds of men at Kellogg completed a series of thought-provoking tasks designed to make them empathize with the challenges that women face on a daily basis. Here at Special K, we decided to flip this challenge for a day and make women empathize with single guys everywhere by asking the WBA to pay for everyone's drinks tonight.
Also sponsoring drinks tonight is Pride at Kellogg, although we did have to negotiate with them to serve drinks other than just vodka sodas. And if you don't get that joke, ask your friends in PAC about it. After having their own quests limited to the greater Evanston area, first years were eager to lead quest trips across the US this fall, with a whopping 48 groups applying. After rejecting 1/3 of applications, Quest exec reported experiencing heartburn, even though it was us rejected Quest leaders left with a sour taste in our mouths.
Good to see it. The India Business Club allowed students to do their best impression of Harry Styles' Watermelon Sugar video by organizing a fun Holi celebration earlier this month. Holi, the Indian festival of colors, involves spending a day spraying people with paint screaming "Holy hair," and then several days attempting to get that color off your body screaming "Holy crap."
The Icon Pass came to the rescue of Kellogg students looking to escape Evanston lockdowns and shred some gnar on the slopes this winter without breaking the bank. The base pass included a convenient centralized booking interface, up to 5 ski days at resorts across the country, and, if you went to Big Sky, a complimentary case of COVID-19.
Brutal. Special K would like to congratulate Reigniting One Kellogg for winning the KSA election. In a departure from recent tradition, Reigniting One Kellogg did not run unopposed, but instead beat out competition from 2 other Kellogg slates. After days of extensive canvassing on Slack, the presidential candidates faced off in a primetime debate. The debate was moderated by the exiting KSA president, seen here expressing how he would rather be watching paint dry than listen to another first year give the exact same speech.
The Tuck School of Business recently hosted the first ever inter-school DEI summit featuring our very own Dean Cornelli. People wondering how business schools can continue to improve DEI efforts need look no further than the slate of participating deans, where, for a conversation on diversity, 50% of the speakers were straight white dudes. We'd now like to take a moment to thank our premium partners for this year's show.
Oh yeah? Who is it?
Do you know?
No, I don't know. Who is it?
Juno.
What? I have no idea who you're talking about.
No, it's Juno. Juno. Save money. No, buy both. Save money with the power of our community.
Okay, moving on. The consulting internship hunt was more cutthroat than ever, with more students competing for less spots at seemingly every firm but the firm. Subsequently, it became customary to see sharp-elbowed first years demanding one-on-one connects with partners, sending random second years calendar invites without prior consent, and overwriting each other's case prep bookings in Google Sheets. Good thing they're going into careers where they can get by on intellectual prowess and won't need either soft skills or teamwork.
K-Tech organized the Kellogg Tech Conference earlier this month and encouraged students to make TikToks to generate publicity and hype for the event. Taking a cue from this, the admissions committee, known for being hip and trendy, is considering replacing the video essays with TikToks for next year's applicants. Here to tell us more about applying to Kellogg during COVID is new admit Diana Tremaine.
Hello. I am so excited. It's such an honor to be here. With DEC being virtual again, it's an honor to finally actually be inside the Global Hub.
Thanks for coming, although I'm surprised you were allowed into the building since Kellogg isn't even letting JVs in. But we're glad you're here. So tell us, what made you decide to apply to Kellogg?
Well, actually, Kellogg personally invited me to apply.
You mean you got one of those emails that they still send some of the first years?
Maybe. Anyway, though, so I applied to the Triple M program and I got waitlisted at first, and admissions tried to sell me on the new MBAI program, whatever that is. Apparently, they'll let anyone into that. So I gave them some very compelling reasons as to why I belong in Triple M, and I'm thrilled to announce that I've been accepted.
Well, congratulations. What were some of those reasons?
Well, I love Post-its and Sharpies. I'm innovative, human-centered.
Right. You've already got in, so just tell us the real reasons you're excited about this.
Okay. Honestly, the real reason that I belong in Triple M is because I'm a single, ready to mingle, if you will. I heard from an exclusive source that the Triple M's are only allowed to date each other, which is why all of the first-year Triple M's are currently coupled up.
Interesting. Sophia, you wouldn't know anything about this, would you?
Well, it's okay because I'm a bit of a rule breaker myself too. If the stars don't align for me in Triple M, I'm more than ready to engage in the thriving hookup culture in the 2I program that I've heard so much about. Or I could always go to the E2 basketball courts and frolic with those shirtless undergrads. I'm sure that their youthful minds and bodies could benefit from a brave leader as a coach.
Well, I'm not so sure about that, but it is true that Kellogg has a really close and tight-knit community.
Yes, and that's exactly what I'm looking forward to. I know that Kellogg has a all-for-one sort of community and culture, which is why every time there's a single case of COVID, there's a mass outbreak in support. I've also heard that because the students have been reported to Evanston authorities for breaking community guidelines, the deans have supported them by also getting themselves reported by throwing a rowdy section reception for the big dogs. Woof! I've also heard that Kellogg students take the honor code very seriously, which is very important to me as well. For example, nobody shares the course packs. Nobody crowdsources the attendance codes for the Zoom online lectures, and nobody lies about their eligibility for the COVID vaccine.
Whoa. Who's doing that? I've been on a wait list for 3 months.
Okay, well, so maybe not everybody is doing it, but I personally know of at least a handful of students who are suddenly overweight or chronic smokers, and that just seems highly questionable to me. Also, since when are career peers and resident assistants essential workers in education?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Well, anyway, the good thing is that with the vaccines being rolled out, everything's going to be completely normal by the time I get to campus.
Well, yeah, eventually.
All of our classes are going to be in person.
Eventually.
And we're going to have massive 500-person parties.
Eventually.
And we'll all baby bird.
Eventually. Actually, no. That's never going to come back.
Regardless, as a Triple M myself, I can vouch for both Kellogg and the program.
That's wonderful. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, well, I mean, it was really nice to talk to you, but I just got invited to the Bullfrog section reception, and the invite says it's going to be hoppin', so I think I'm gonna go to that. Well, it was nice talking to you. Bye.
What? That's my section. I couldn't even get a spot. Diana Tremaine, everybody. Anyway, with increased competition from a massive first-year class and an ever-rising number of evening and weekend students, bidding prices for electives went through the roof. Subsequently, second years expressed concern that they would have to graduate with a major in accounting, seeing as those would be the only classes they could afford. They shouldn't have worried, however, because as the 2 students at Kellogg actually interested in accounting pointed out, it's impossible to graduate with a major in accounting, even if you took all of the electives offered this year.
To see it. Clearly their interests weren't accounted for. Earlier this year, students and aspiring petition writers attended an academic webinar demanding more in-person classes in the spring quarter. However, their case was weakened by their disrespectful tone, unstable Wi-Fi, and the fact that the beach in their background was clearly not a virtual one.
Seeing that they weren't making much progress, students shifted their focus to their favorite topic, tuition refunds. And while there's still no word on that, the administration did break into the $8 billion endowment to give every Kellogg student a $10 Starbucks gift card, which looked fishy, but turned out to be legit.
Last week marked the return of student favorite #food and leftovers to Slack. And while #food and leftovers was able to revive itself from the dead, other Kellogg staples have not been quite so lucky. Let's take a moment now to remember some of the things we've lost over this past year. Kellogg students reeling from multiple lockdowns received their first bit of good news in months when they found out that spring break was going to be 3 weeks instead of 2 this year.
Wait, what do you mean? No, it wasn't.
It was if you just stayed out of town during Wildcat Wellness.
Oh. That's the kind of innovative thinking a triple M like me can get behind. The Kellogg community struggled to come to terms with a potential security breach after poets and quants obtained private information meant only for the safe space that is the #general channel. Great. Just when we thought Northwestern was getting its rat problem under control.
Another channel that became a cesspool this year was Singles at Kellogg. The trolling was fun and creative initially, but now literally anything you post on there will get like 1 million reactions. Well, almost anything.
And while Singles at Kellogg will surely continue to see such salacious and attention-grabbing antics, the real channel to watch in 2021 is JVs at Kellogg.
But until then, for Kellogg Update, this has been Gaurav Mokhasi.
And I'm Sophia Hooper.
And
you have our word on it.